Hey there, my feisty friends. I'm finally back in the saddle after having to take time away from the continuing hellscape brought to us by our wonderful president. While I was taking my break, I decided to get a face and boob job. I also had my studio finished, which, no surprise, took longer than expected.
When I do get the permits, how long will the job take?
2 weeks.
2 weeks? 2 weeks?
You sound like a parakeet there. 2 weeks, 2 weeks.
Well, 2 weeks, it's amazing.
Amazing nothing. It'll be a regular miracle.
Anyway, on with the video. Happy Friday. It's day 21 of Operation Epic Fury, the war where the bombs are smart, but the people throwing them are fucking idiots. We've been at this since February 28th, and the bill just keeps going higher and higher. Welcome to Harper Cooper's Takes, Unfiltered. I'm Harper Cooper, and today we're talking about the $25 billion we just set on fire while you were struggling to pay for fucking gas for your vehicle, paying high rent, cutting back on healthcare, and the high price of putting food on your table. Let's check in on the latest episode of Global Arson, hosted by the Trump administration. So, we finally bagged Khamenei in the opening act. Fantastic. Groundbreaking. I'm sure the mission accomplished banners are already being printed in bulk. Except, oops, his lovely son Mojtaba stepped in before the body was even cold. Whether he's currently breathing or just a very angry ghost is anyone's guess. But hey, what a brilliant bit of stabilizing strategy. I haven't seen a region this tranquil since the last time a hornet's nest was hit with a baseball bat. Now we've got a sky full of drones, constant missile alerts, and a non-zero chance of this spiraling into a multi-front war that swallows the Middle East and spills over into the rest of the planet. An absolute victory, according to Trump and Hegseth. And what did this masterstroke of tactical brilliance cost the average American? Just gas prices screaming toward $5 a gallon and a cool $25 billion down the drain. We can't seem to find the pocket change to patch a single pothole in Pittsburgh, but we've got an infinite gold mine for turning Tehran's power grid into kinetic scrap metal. It's not just foreign policy. It's financial suicide with a patriotic soundtrack. But forget the gas. Forget the money. Let's talk about the only number that actually matters. 3. That's how many weeks we've been in escalation dominance mode, which is just Pentagon speak for playing chicken with nuclear-adjacent powers while blindfolded. They're throwing around terms like targeting command and control centers as if it's a game of Battleship. Do they realize we are one twitchy radar tech, one dropped Wi-Fi signal, or one innovative AI hallucination away from triggering a sequence that ensures none of us are left to argue about who started it? But wait, there's more. The Pentagon, those tactical geniuses who blew through $25 billion in 21 days, is now asking Congress for another $200 billion. $200 billion. For that kind of money, we could provide universal childcare for the entire country. We could fix every crumbling bridge from Maine to California. We could actually secure our own borders instead of worrying about the borders of a country 7,000 miles away. But in Washington, there is always a magic money tree for Tomahawk missiles. But the moment you ask for affordable health care, the government suddenly starts acting like they're living on a fixed income. My friends, the timeline isn't weeks. The timeline is minutes. We are playing a high-stakes game of Russian roulette, where every chamber is loaded, and the person holding the gun is United States toddler-in-chief, Donald J. Trump. So, how do Americans feel? 53% of you oppose this action. 74% say no to ground troops. We've got 13 dead soldiers, a national debt hitting $39 trillion, and a healthcare system that is basically a predatory lending scheme. Congratulations, Donald. You've successfully made us poorer, sicker, and more hated across the globe, all in under a month. I hope the epic headlines were worth the bankruptcy. I'm Harper Cooper, Stay cynical, stay unfiltered, and for the love of God, stop pretending that this is some hypothetical video game. This is happening.